And here's question 28. Says, what does this statement describe? But we need to read. So, reducing the exchange rate helps to decrease a country's balance of payments deficit because it makes imports more expensive and exports cheaper. Generally true, unless you are importing raw materials, right? But generally true. So what does this statement describe? Is it a deflationary policy? That would be fiscal policy or monetary policy. This is exchange rates. So it's monetary, but it's not deflationary. They're trying to increase exports, probably. So the answer is not A. B says a policy of direct controls, but that's government regulations. That's supply side. Probably not B, right? That's not related, at least not directly related to the exchange rates and the current account. So how about C? C says an expenditures reducing policy. No. Expenditures can be imports, or imports are part of expenditure, so it's not C, so it must be D. And D says, oh my gosh, it's an expenditure switching policy. And that's just exactly what it is. They're going to switch people's spending from buying more imports because they're more expensive and buy more local products or export more and increase aggregate demand. Gosh, I should have read answer D first. Answer D is the answer. 29 says an increase in which variable is a contractionary monetary policy. Oh, but you can imagine the answer in your head immediately. Contractionary monetary policy is increase interest rates or, well, reduce the money supply. So, an increase in which, but it says an increase in which. So we're not going to increase the money supply, right? Because that's an inflationary and we want contraction. So it's going to be an increase in the interest rate. The answer for 29 must be C, right? An increase in the budget surplus? That doesn't make any sense. That's a distractor. And an increase in the budget deficit is related to the government's spending and income. So I think that's also a distractor. And I'll just do question 30 in the next video and make this video a little bit shorter.